We've seen this matchup time and time again. Boston and Pittsburgh. Of course, you expect the Penguins to hang around. Of course, with Crosby, Malkin, throughout the early years. Really, it's not towards the latter half of a sim, especially if you're doing a 10-year sim, that you see the Penguins start to regress. But anyway, our lineup, of course, dealing with injuries to Jeff Skinner and Lampkin. The big question was starting goaltender. That is going to be Evan Sawchuk. It's close. It is a tough call. But we're going to give him the chance. This team is if there was ever a team so susceptible to getting their asses handed to them in the first round, it would be us. Yes, we won 64 games, the most in NHL history. But I don't have a good feeling about this. I mean, the overall ratings, aside from goaltending, in our favor, but then again, you can't put too much stock into that. For example, I've been editing the rosters, getting them ready for the new series that, of course, will start up after the NHL trade deadline passes. You can have 6 defensemen. You can add up their overalls total, or, you can add it up any way you think that you would get the overall rating. It's just not that. In my mind, it should be, okay, you have 685 overall defensemen, so your defensive rating should be an 85. No, instead it would be an 87. It's weird how they calculate that, so I try not to put too much stock into it. What I do tend to put stock toward is the players themselves and their overall ratings. As we get a look at Pittsburgh, top line is Daniel Sprong with 90 overall, Sidney Crosby, now 34 years old, and Phil Kessel, still a 90, also 34 years old. That is a pretty dangerous top line. Second line, Jake Gensel, I believe. Might be Gwensel. I'm going to say Gensel. I'm sorry. He is with Evgeny Malkin, 35 years old, down to an 87. And Carl Hagelin, 85 overall. Not too bad of a top 6. In fairness, not too bad of a top 9. Scott Wilson, he's not fully healthy, but he is the left wing to Antoine Morand and Brian Rust. The fourth line, Cameron Askew, Alan Polish, and Josh Levo. An interesting team. Still very much carried by Crosby, Kessel, and Malkin. Defensively, you have Oli Mata with Theo Bulbrook. Interesting name, 85 overall. Derek Pouliot is with Connor Hall on the second pairing. Goddamn, Pittsburgh, where are you getting these defensemen from? Connor Hall, third-round pick in 2016. Okay. And Bulbrook. Damn, fourth-round pick in 2020. Wish we could have had him as a steal. Goddamn. Anyway, third pairing, it is Nicholas Almari with Chris Letang, now 34 years old, and 84 overall. The goaltending, it is Matt Murray, 87 overall, with Philip Gustafson, 86 overall. No injured players. You do have some scratches, though. Clinton Zajac, Christian Hedberg, and Harry Cardwell. Again, very nervous that this is going to go very poorly for us, and it just might. Or who knows, maybe we'll steamroll Pittsburgh and continue on in the playoffs. I don't know what to think. All we can do is start the sim. Oh my god. Anything short of a cup is a failure at this point. First period of Game 1. It's on home ice in TD Garden. Let's see what happens, and that's an interesting start. Alex DeBrincat and Gensel. The goals, 4 shots for Pittsburgh, and they escape the first period with a tie. That's scary. Second period, can we get the offense going? Nolan Patrick scored, which is nice, but then Sprong and Malkin make it a 3-2 game. 27 shots, 2 goals for Boston. 15 shots, 3 goals for Pittsburgh. Sawchuk needs to step up in this third period. Sidney Crosby on the power play. Hanu Herme, get warmed up, buddy. I think you're starting in Game 2. That is frightening. David Pastrnak gets a goal back. It's not done yet, technically. Now it's done, technically. Daniel Sprong with the empty netter. 5-3 Pittsburgh in Game 1. My worst fear starting to be realized. 3-point night for Crosby and Malkin Sprong with 2 goals. Damn. That's all I can say. That is not good at all. It is only 1 game. Of course, it is a long series as Jay Beagle goes down injured in Providence. We'll just go with the best lines. That is tremendously disappointing. And I have no choice. Like, we have to go with Hanu Herme, an 846 save percentage for Evan Sawchuk. Not good enough at all. That third line, how'd they do? The third line was actually okay. I was a little bit worried about Victor Rask. But we'll keep him with DeBrincat and Stromwall. And we will jump right into game 2. Wasting no time, we've made the goaltending change. Can Hanu Herme lead the way? Let's find out. That was an odd sentence. First period of game 2, and we are scoreless. Not the worst result ever. Second period, and damn. Phil Kessel, Jeremy Waugh, DeBrincat, 17 seconds. No. It had to be. And then Alan Polish with the goal. We are tied up at 2 apiece. That's a rough goal from Herme. If you see where Alan the scored. That's a rough goal. Third period, though, it is a tie game. There is a strong chance that the Pittsburgh Penguins could go back home with a 2-0 lead. Guryanov's goal helps quite a bit, though. Senyshyn's goal, or Senyshyn's goal, I always mispronounce that, I think. Regardless, we're up 4-2 with 5.5 to go. Will that be enough? Evan Bouchard, the empty netter, and it will be. We bounce back. 29 saves for Hanu Herme. And we at least avoid complete disaster. A 3-point night for Nolan Patrick, a .935 save percentage for Hanu Herme. We avoid complete disaster, and we don't lose both games at home to start the series. So things are looking up for us, that is for sure. Hanu Herme, though, thank you. we needed that. Oh my God, did we need that. But game 3. I don't see a need to make any line changes. We won. If we lose here, we might take a look at some stats. Still no Jeff Skinner. Still no Joel Lampkin. So game 3, we are in Pittsburgh in the horribly named PPG Paints Arena, as if the console wasn't hard enough to pronounce for most people, or wasn't weird enough. Anyway, game 3, first period. And Carl Hagelin gets the opening goal 56 seconds into it. We had 3 shots. Yeah, we're going to 64 wins in the regular season. We have 3 shots in the first period of a playoff game. Yes, that's amazing. Second period, Brian Rust makes it 2-0. We have 13 shots through 40-plus minutes. Took us 4 minutes to get a shot, and Phil Kessel scores. I told you guys. I told you. We are in trouble here. We get a power play goal from Shea Theodore. That helps. We need some more offense, though, please. Please? Somebody? Anybody? No? Okay, sweet. 3-1 loss in game 3. And we are down 2-1. Oh my God. We're going to lose the series, aren't we? 64 wins in the regular season. And it's all going to come crashing down. Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm a pessimist at heart. And this doesn't look good, guys. This does not look good. Now, we've seen teams in these sims come back from 3-0 down. Kind of like the Blackhawks are facing right now against the Dallas Stars. But man, I just don't have a good feeling about this at all. But let's take a look. Hanu Herme, .925 save percentage. He will obviously be the starter. I want to take a look at the defense first. Waugh and Theodore, who tore it up all season long, are struggling. Cholowski, Bouchard aren't too bad. Carlo and Valimaki aren't doing too well. The alternative would be McIntyre or Charlie McAvoy. Which, I don't know. I think I'd probably still rather have Evan Bouchard in instead of McAvoy. Probably. I mean, I know Bouchard's a much different defenseman. He is a legit shutdown defenseman. That is for sure. You know, let's try something different. I'm going to pair Carlo up with Bouchard as a shutdown line. Valimaki and Cholowski have a bit more of an offensive presence. We will see if that works. Offensive-wise, Keller, Sagan, Pasta, that's all right. Second line, doing all right. Third line's a bit quiet. The fourth line struggling a little bit. So let's go with Tufte, DeBrincat, Stromwall, Strome, Rask, and Sasha Chmelevski. And we will see if that works out. Not the biggest of changes, but some slight tweaks to the personnel. Well, not to the personnel. Personnel stays the same. A couple of slight tweaks. I'm panicking. It is Game 4. If we lose this, we are screwed. We need to tie this series up right now. First period of Game 4, and it's a goal apiece. Phil Kessel is on fire. Oh my God. Jeremy Waugh gets us back. 1-1, 10 shots apiece. A dead even first period. Second period, and we are scoreless. Slight edge in shots, doesn't mean anything. Third period, let's go. Pasternak, Patrick, Sagan. The offense needs to wake up. We are halfway through the third period, and if we lose, we are absolutely screwed. We have a power play, please. Yes, David Pasternak, there you go. Huge goal. Can we hold on? Yes, we can. David Pasternak with the power play goal in the third period, and the Bruins, thankfully, have tied this series up at 2 games apiece. Matt Murray, their first star. Hannu Herme, though, shutting the door. Kind of wish he started Game 1. I guess that was a swing and miss there. We had to give Sawchuk a chance. Oh, God. Game 5, Jeff Skinner, please be fully healthy. Please, yes, Jeff Skinner will be fully healthy. Victor Rask, you haven't been terrible, but take a seat. Jeff Skinner is back and ready to reclaim his spot. Let's go best lines as we always do. We'll have to scratch Rask for Chmelevski. And let's take a look here. Let's fix the right-hand side, and we should be good to go. This was the team, at least offensively, that was ripping everybody apart. Cholowski and Valimaki. Valimaki's still a -2. But you know what? We're going to stick with those lines. We'll see what happens, and we have to make sure, of course, that Hannu Herme is still in. I want to go best lines down in Providence, too, just to make sure everything is good. Of course, they are in a playoff situation as well. Game 5 is in Boston. And I'd really like to see us win. I'm not going to say we need to win. Of course, we'd still live to see another day. Why can I can't hype this up anymore. It is Game 5. It is the first period. Let's go, and go we shall. Cholowski and Stromwall, 2 people who really need to contribute more offensively, and that is a good start. 2-0 after 20. Second period, can we keep it up? We at least hold them off the board. That's not too bad. Third period, let's get right into it. Let the good times roll, hopefully. Can we get a little bit more insurance? We have a power play. It's been deadly so far in the series, but nothing doing there. Halfway through the third, can Hannu Herme shut the door? Can we get a power play goal? We cannot. And Phil Kessel scores. All right, well, that was worst case scenario both times. We have another power play. They kill it, and then Sprong scores. Come on. Oh, you could see it coming from a mile away. Power play. Hey, you want to end the game? Nah, screw that. Phil Kessel, you go ahead. You go ahead and score. Hey, power play, you want to end the game? Nah, Daniel Sprong. We want overtime. We get paid more if it goes to overtime, probably. Fuckers. Overtime. Game 5. For the love of God, another power play, and thankfully, Tyler Sagan gets the overtime winner. That was scary. That was. I've never been frightened by an NHL. Well, no, I can't say I've never been frightened by this video game before. Some of the things I've seen the AI do in this video game have been pretty goddamn frightening. Hardly anything intelligent about the AI in some of those cases, and I shit-talk the game, and that's what I get. Shea Theodore goes down to a concussion. Oh my god. We avoided injuries for most of the regular season, and then right at the end, the EA strikes back with a vengeance. Just because I can, I'm going to send down Rask. Worst comes to worst, we can call up Sjogren. McAvoy or McIntyre? I have a feeling I know who the popular pick would be, and yes, that is probably who we are going to go with. McIntyre, again, more of a shutdown defenseman, still not great. He is a great skater. McAvoy is even better. The decision is easy. Charlie McAvoy gets the call up. It is a shame. He was one of the big pieces around this series, but, you know, we tagged him with the low elite, and low elite potential this year is a lot more damning than it was in previous years, I feel. Like, anybody with the low potential just does not turn into anything for the most part. So that was definitely a mistake, and that's been changed. Like, whenever we start a new series, you will see Charlie McAvoy turn into an absolute monster. Of course, that will not happen in this series, though. Let's go. What do we want to go with here? Kind of two-way defensive D, or do we want to put the two defensive D-man together? Let's go. How's the Bouchard pairing doing? Carlo is still a -5. God, he is struggling. We're going to go Valimaki, Carlo on the third pairing, McAvoy and Bouchard. Of course, the good thing is we have Cholowski to play with alongside Jeremy Waugh, which really helps. Hanu Herme is the starter. I'm going to hit best lines again because I felt like I forgot to. It is Game 6, and we have the chance to close out this series. 2 straight wins. We're in Pittsburgh here. The Providence Bruins, by the way, are 1 game away from being eliminated in the first round by the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, which would be unfortunate. It was nice to see them return to the playoffs. It's just looking like they're going to fall a little bit short of where we wanted them to be. Hopefully that is not the same story for the main team. First period of Game 6, and my God, no. Gensel and Sprong. Second period, and we tie it. My God, EA. You don't have to do this to me. Just have one team score 16 goals in the first period. None of this back and forth shit. Stop twisting the knife. You don't need to. Tyler Sagan and Clayton Keller are the first line getting it done. We are tied heading into the last 20 of regulation. Let's do this. And Zachary Senyshyn, whatever. Carlo, he's been struggling. He gets the goal. It is 4-0. 4-2. 4 unanswered goals is what I meant. 4-0. Ever since this, you knew what I meant. Senyshyn gets another one. Oh my God. Well, I asked for this to be pretty straightforward with me, and it was at the end. 5 unanswered goals, 38 saves for Hanu Herme, and the Bruins survive a scare and beat the Pittsburgh Penguins in 6 games. 3 points for Senyshyn, 38 saves for Herme, a 2-point night for Jake Gensel, and it did not matter. We are moving on. It is going to be this, not necessarily depressing, it is going to be quite disappointing, much like the Providence Bruins as they get swept out of the playoffs. Good thing is Shea Theodore will be back, and that actually, I can raise the question to you guys on who do we end up sending down to Providence. Quickly though, we are we're going to be playing Montreal in the next round. Of course we are. Of course we are, the Montreal Canadiens in the next round. I wanted to look at player stats very, very quickly. Pasternak, Patrick, and Senyshyn, all a point-a-game player. Not too bad. I'll get you, of course, you guys can take a look on your own time. I'm not going to read through everybody's name, but a fairly disappointing series for Shea Theodore, for Gurianov, for Strome, even though he's a fourth liner. Definitely needs some players to step up as we enter the next round. But it is undisputed, Hanu Herme will be the starting goaltender for the next round. For the second round matchup against Montreal, let's just get confirmation on that because we all know what's going to happen. It will be Montreal in the second round. Of course, we have home ice advantage. San Jose, Colorado. I was going to say Avalanche, but San Jose, Colorado. St. Louis, Dallas, Boston, Montreal, Carolina, and Florida. Those are the Elite Eight. The big question, though, what do we do defensively? What do we do? Theodore is back, so it has to be McAvoy, Bouchard, or Carlo. I don't think Valimaki should go anywhere. Now, of course, McAvoy, an offensive wonder, not that great defensively. Evan Bouchard, a damn good shutdown defenseman. He's not even a checker. He just shuts you down. Excellent skater as well. And then Brandon Carlo, not the most physical player in the world, but again, another shutdown defenseman. McAvoy, Bouchard, or Carlo? Who gets sent down to Providence? Let me know. Of course, click the icon in the top right-hand corner. As long as I didn't forget to do it, in which case, if I did, let me know down in the comments below and tell me how much I suck. Even though I already know that I do. Anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy. That was a lot more stressful than I thought it would be. But as we started to lose, I realized, oh my god, yeah, there's a strong chance this team could lose. A championship is far from guaranteed, especially when we have to play the Montreal Canadiens in the second round. We've played them so many times. We've played Pittsburgh so many times. Can we get the better of them yet again, though, is the question. We will find out in the next episode. So until then, guys, I hope you did enjoy. Of course, if you did, make sure to hit that like button to help support me and my channel. It is greatly appreciated. And subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series and others. Spread the word, and I will see you guys in the next one.